What's up, everybody? This is Donnell McCant with Donnell McCant Outdoors again. And of course, I'm in my favorite place in the entire world, nature. So, it's only business, never personal. This is for those of you who consider yourself, once again, the black sheep of any people group that you're a part of, any culture, any ethnicity, any family, business, anything that involves a community or group of people. If you are the black sheep or the bad one or the one that everybody loves to hate, I have news for you. The truth of the matter is, there's nothing really personal about it in the long run. Or in the grand scheme of things, there's nothing personal. It's only business. I say that because little beknownst to us when we are born here and we start to grow up. Before you come to this planet, your soul and whatever community you're a part of that you're the black sheep of, your soul and all of those souls know each other full well. And you all together on purpose made a contract and made an agreement. That agreement entailed you all on purpose catapulting you to the top where you belong because you're a superstar. And it also entailed them playing the role of the villain in your life in order to get you there. They agreed with you and you accepted to play the role of the martyr, the one that gets beat up, the one that gets downcast, the one that gets hurt. You agreed to play that role. You agreed to it, and it's okay. But in agreeing to that role, you also agreed that your reward would be to skyrocket to the top of whatever it is you're trying to do. And their role is to beat you down till near death to ensure that you fight back. Not necessarily fight against them, but you fight against every negative thing that they're instilling in you so that you can get to where you need to be. And they accepted their role. They're like, okay, I'll beat up on you. I have a sneaking suspicion that that's not necessarily what they want. I don't think they want to destroy you when your souls are together in the ethers coming up with these contracts. But I do believe that when you come here, when we come here, we forget what that role was when we're up in the ethers together. We forget what that role was. And what we do is we get our memories of that contract wiped out. But all of the traits of the villain or the one that's here to just pack you down as deep into the dirt so you quote unquote can't grow, all of those traits are put in them before they get here. And all of the traits that is required for you to come up out of that and rise out of that, like the ashes like the phoenix rising out of the ashes, all of those traits, like Jesus rising from the dead, all of those traits, like Lazarus coming out, whatever it is you believe, all of those traits for you to be able to overcome and conquer death are inside of you. So basically you got two sides. One entered a contract, the other one entered a contract. One contract says, we're going to destroy this person. We're going to do our absolute best to destroy this person. And the other side says, I feel downcast. I feel destroyed. I feel like I don't fit in because I don't. But the other side says, I'm determined to be sure that I don't succumb to this treatment. It's really, really a profound thing when you think about it. Why do I say it's profound? Well, number one, because it is. It's profound. Nobody thinks of things this way, just not normally. We don't, at least. But the truth of the matter is it's profound because it's basically saying that loss is gain, as I've said in another video. It's basically saying that down is the way up, just like a tree. When a seed is planted for a tree, it has to be planted into the ground, and only then when it's deep and then it takes root can it spring up. Down is up. In the spirit realm, down is up is down. As above, so below. What's above, so beneath, on earth as it is in heaven. So with that said, these people took contracts. It could be a mean parent or two mean parents, or your whole family's mean. It could be a boss that you've been working with or working for 10, 15 years, that all he does is just pick on you and pick on your performance, and you're working as hard as you can and just nothing's ever good enough. Same thing with the parents. You're doing as much as you can to please them and nothing is good enough. Same thing with a friend group. You're doing your best to fit in. You tried joining that gang and changing your natural character up to be a thug. You tried fitting in to, I don't know, you tried being a jock. You wanted to be into sports. You tried being a jock. And for whatever reason, you just weren't cool enough, or you just weren't good enough to fit into that circle. You tried being an artist, a musician, and you didn't have enough talent. It doesn't matter what the contract was about or how you fulfill the contract. The point is, the contract must be fulfilled. And as we know, contracts are never personal. It's all business. So you came here with the purpose to fulfill a contract, to be great, to rise in a meteoric way, to be a superstar, to be the absolute best that you can be, and to lead people in that direction, to inspire them, to inspire generations, to inspire millions, or even inspire your small little community, whatever it takes. You're here to plant more seeds from the tree that you become, so that that good love and that good light and that good energy continues to spread. You fulfill a contract that way. But what happens is we take what's going on personally, because we believe that in their half of the contract, the ones that actually work to beat up on you, we believe that it's personal for them. And the beauty of it, as oxymoronic as this is going to sound, the beauty of it is they were forced to play this role as a part of the terms of agreement to this contract. They had to play this role really, really well. They had to be convincing. Life is a theater. This is a big stage, and they had to be convincing. The best Oscar-winning performances, when you watch those movies, and the ones that are just, even if it doesn't win an Oscar, those movies that make you feel like, man, I was there. I was in that movie. It makes you feel that way because it's convincing. It feels real. It feels authentic. And your role is to authentically look like you ain't nothing, like you're trash, like you're unworthy, like you're nothing, like you're never gonna rise up. You all's respective roles have to give you incentive to want to play them. But you wanna know what's even more beautiful about it? Is that you will rise. You don't have a choice. You will rise. And when you do, they also, maybe not here, but in the ethers, they get credit as well. Training Day was an amazing Oscar-winning role by Denzel Washington. One of the greatest actors of all time. Still putting out great movies to this day, from his early years till now. Denzel had up to that point been known for playing just a good guy, the protagonist, the hero in the movie, if you will. But that Training Day role showed us an entirely different side of him. I loved Denzel Washington as an actor up until that point, where I kind of had a slight hatred for him after I saw that role, because it was so realistic. It was so realistic that he won an Oscar. And I don't believe that Denzel Washington is anything like that character, Alonzo, in Training Day. But the truth of the matter is, it was so convincing. You being the black sheep, it has to convince these people who signed a contract to help you rise through pain and suffering. You had to convince them that you were a nobody. And you're doing your best. You really are doing your best. But you also have to kind of be convinced in a way that you're a nobody too. It has to seem real. Denzel was the villain in that movie, and he won an Oscar. I said all that to say this while we end on this amazing beach view. Play your role and play your role well, because your role as the black sheep is not to be beat up until you pass away. Your role is to be beat up until you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you no longer fight for their approval. You no longer fight for justice against them, but you fight for justice for you, and you fight for your own approval. And by them playing their role so well to help you, you win, and they win too. And I know that's controversial. I don't care. I'm an Aquarius. It don't bother me. Listen, I just want to send everybody who watched this video love and light. I want to send everybody beauty and positivity, because as a person who identifies with that black sheep role, I'm learning to identify with the role of the victor, with the role of the victorious. And I'm ready right now, at 40 years old, to shine just like that sun up there. It's my destiny. And if you are the black sheep, or the bad guy, or the villain, even when you're trying to do the right thing, it's your destiny too. Y'all take care.